Evening, comrade subscribers. So it's my iMac G4, first computer I ever bought with my own money. I'm never going to get rid of it. It's a beautiful machine. Not working at the moment. I believe it's just because I need to replace the battery. I do have a new one, but it's just a pain in the ass to pull it apart. But this is a pair of Apple Pro speakers that came with it. Model M. I can't even see that. Even with my glasses on. M6531 Pro speakers. So nothing really special about it, I don't think. It's just it's a 4-pole plug with shield. So we've got left plus minus, right plus minus. I don't know what. I think that it is online. The actual, it is a, what is it? 2 point, yeah, so it's 2.5. Looks like it's 2.5 mil plug by the looks of it. But yeah, you can't buy this, or you can't buy the socket or something. Let's have a look at the socket. So there's the Apple Pro speaker, and that's the socket there. So yeah, really good speakers. They're really good. So Harman Kardon, I guess, Harman Kardon. But I don't think there's anything too spectacular about it. It's basically just left and right, left and right. Obviously, you need to hook these up to an amplifier for them to actually work. So I might chop them off about here. That way I can put sockets on this and reuse it on my iMac G4. But otherwise I'll be able to use them. That's the plan. Let's see. Okay, so according to this picture, poke with this. Yeah, maybe. So, according to this picture, that is left speaker positive, left speaker positive, left speaker negative, right speaker negative, and then right speaker positive in there, and then I guess this is the shield. So if I just cut here, that should hopefully be, I wonder if this is possible to open up, because you can see this has just come out a bit, so it'd be nice to, I don't know, renew that a bit. I'll sort that out later. So if I cut about here, and yeah, cut about there. Here we go. Here we go. So cut about here. Done. Okay. Doesn't matter which is which. Both the same. Okay. Actually, looking at this, it looks like you can actually, there you can, okay, you can actually see in there. So we've got blue and white, and what we've got in here, we've got red and yellow. Red and yellow. So I don't know if you can actually, so red, so you red, yellow goes to positive, yellow goes to positive. So I don't know if I can actually see if the terminals, I don't want to pull it too much apart, but I think, like, for example, this unscrews if you need to get into the actual speaker. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that unscrews. Okay, good to know. Okay, There we go, there we go. So here's my little stub that I'll be able to reuse. So we do have shield. All right. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. So this is what it looks like there. Let's strip it a little bit. Okay. So I've got the shield. Just trying to get all the shield aside. Then we've got some foil. And then we actually have the signal. I wonder if I might need to. Oh, there we go. All right, okay, we've got some cotton or something. And we have the two tiny little signal wires. So I've got to get rid of the little cotton bits there. Okay. All right, so it looks like, according to this diagram here, so we've got blue and white. So white is left speaker positive and blue is left speaker negative. All right. So the idea is just basically, well, what I was going to do is maybe extend this a bit, so it's a bit longer. And then put some things on it. Let's see, we need to dig them out. Right, so I've got some speaker cable that was spare. So how much do I want to extend these? Maybe that much. The conductor is a lot thicker. Very much thicker. Anyway, so let me just turn on that screen again. Don't really need the shielding. I'll terminate the shielding there as well. So this is left speaker. Okay, so left speaker positive. So I'll make this one white. Just jam it in like that, you reckon? Just jam it in. And that one will be blue. And I'll heat shrink it all up. I could even put white heat shrink all the way up on this as well, you know, kind of make it white, I think. I should have some, anyway. All right, so let me do this and we'll see what we end up with. So you can tell I'm more professional at doing this. Just compare the speaker wire I'm using. Yeah, anyway. It should work, that's the main. All right, they're soldered together. Here's my weak ass attempt. So glued heat shrink over there, then some more over there, then some more over here. Let's see how it ends up. That's the first bit done. I was going to try and put this over, well, let's see, maybe it's a bit too small now. Let's see what it fit in. That's a little bit. Okay, I've got a little bit there. Because don't forget this cabling is, you know, over 20 years old now. That's a little bit at least. All right, do that one now. I'll do the big one at the end. All right, and this is the last one, the third one. So I'm just squeezing all the glue out, a bit hot still. Try and make sure it's kind of flat, so because whatever way it is when the glue dries and hardens is how it will be. But so this is, yeah, my amateur way. So this is the left speaker. I should probably make a note somewhere so I can remember, although you can see the blue and white wire is the left speaker. So I could go and test this now actually. I'll go plug it into my amplifier, my office. Okay, good morning, comrade subscribers. So it continues. So I tested out my first speaker on my amplifier last night. Works perfectly. I actually had a thought. I realized because you can open up this at the back, if I really wanted to, so you just stick that in there, you can unscrew it. If I really wanted to, what I could do is get a replacement wire and replace the whole cable all the way up to the speaker terminals. It's just obviously it's got to be able to fit through there. But I could, yeah, if I could find some more cabling, I could just replace all of this with the one white wire. Maybe that's something for another time. All right, so let's just do this. So I did a short bit of heat shrink, then a big bit of heat shrink, and then another big. Okay, so let me finish this off, and hopefully we'll be all ready to go. No doubt I'm using the wrong type of these things again. Anyway, all right, let me finish this off. There we go. So cover it up. So I'll put that heat shrink on first, then we'll put this heat shrink over those, and then we'll put this heat shrink over the whole lot, and then we should be right to go. Okay, so we've got two bits of the heat shrink on, just trying to, you know, obviously make it not secure, but make it durable, I guess, durable. And then we'll just put the large heat shrink over the lot of it. Oh, wife just sent me a text. She's got the script, which is good. So if that other chemist can get the can get a supply in, then we should be good to go. All right, so I might just do it like that. There we go. Okay. So these are my original speakers I've been using. I ran the speaker cabling in through the walls when the house was being built. And now, whoop. So I've got 6 speaker stereo setup. So I've got subwoofer, 4 speakers, 2 left, 2 right. So I've got it set up as 6 speaker stereo. So I'm surrounded by sound.